I was thinking about small space and how I bought a 600 square foot cabin in Big Bear. Bring it on, right? and and I was listening just now to our group discussion about lighting, and it was interesting how I have this philosophy. As a set decorator, you usually only have a week to pull it off. They'll show you a location. They'll say, this is where it is. You have 15 minutes to run through and measure it. Sometimes you're lucky enough to go back to that location and remeasure, but you're scrambling to get as many notes as possible. Then you pull it together, and a week later, they're filming in there. I don't necessarily worry about the dollies or the camera crew. I know they're going to move everything. That's why we have on-set dressers that are literally standing right there next to the camera. I've seen entire sectionals dressed and ready to go, and then they'll say, okay, we're going to put the camera there, so let's go ahead and pull everything out. And I've had bookcases been moved. You just cringe and walk away and know that it's going to go back together. We take a lot of photographs, and they match that. So as far as small space, when it's a location or it's my cabin in Big Bear, it's all about measuring, measuring, measuring. Measure twice, 3 times, 4 times before cutting, right? You want to make sure that you get it right the first time. I've had very few situations where you mismeasured the drapery, for example. It comes flying in. Usually you get that day, maybe a day of prep at a location on a TV show, for example. And so you might have to race out and get the right drapery. So you have to get it right the first time. So it's always about measuring and getting that right the first time. And then also who can do it quick enough. So we have relationships with all our sources. Of course, as a set decorator, we have prop houses, drapers, and people that can fly in drapery if it is wrong by even just a few inches can make or break the look of the entire room. So they can come in and hopefully fly in. But you usually have a second or third place option. Sometimes you bring separate drapery if you're not sure about the measurement. So our situation is different than an interior designer, but certainly with an interior design situation, you want to have sources that can back, if they make the drapery and they made the mistake, they got to fix it very quickly, you know.